Well, I think people want to reach the other side because it proves that there is another world.
The first way to look at a dream is literal. Take it seriously. And if you don't understand it, mull it over.
I thought everybody saw spirit and auras. Until later in life, I was told not everybody sees.
From the boundaries of the universe to the depth of your soul, embark on a journey through the unknown and unexplained as we explore mysteries, magic, and miracles. Hello and welcome. I'm Patrick McNee. Today, we'll probe into the unconscious mind through the world of dreams, and we look into spirits that revisit this world. But first, Jim and Susan will take us on a journey to the world beyond through a seance. Reaching the world beyond is a mystery to some and a solution to others. Could a seance be a second chance to resolve lingering conflicts with the dead? Our fascination with death and the hereafter stems from various instances, from seeing ghosts to living through near-death experiences. Some people feel the need to know more about the mysterious world of the spirits. Rose Clifford and Mark Edward are two well-known mediums who help people to contact spirits in the other world.
Well, I think people want to reach the other side because it proves that there is another world. I think that in the world we live in, people want escape. They want answers to questions. Spirits of ancestors, I call you forward. Let my words go forth, and let us know you are here.
So all kinds of things can happen in a seance. You can have physical phenomena with things moving, or spirits appearing, noises, apports, things appearing, materializations.
People have various reasons why they consult mediums. Some hope to communicate with their loved ones, to be reassured that they still exist.
You have a gentleman who comes and he has a beard. He was bearded. I feel him standing behind you. His name was Christopher, I feel.
There are two ways in which spirits communicate through mediums. One way is mental contact, which is known as clairvoyant mediumship. A group of people will come together to form a spirit circle. It usually entails short messages from spirits.
Now, the name Mariette is coming from a lady in spirit. Marianne or Mariette. She belongs to somebody here. I see the face of the spirit coming from the other side. Sometimes I don't. It's a voice I hear telling me who they are. I don't think they enter the body. They enter your consciousness. I can't see because the spirit is not physical. I feel the connection comes here in the mind.
The most spectacular form of communication with the spirits is trance sitting. The medium acts as a channel for the spirit, literally taking over the persona of the deceased person.
Charles, are you in this room with us now?
Well, that's a very specific area of mediumship, and it's not to be used generally because it's quite dangerous for the medium. One simple thing, you're not supposed to be touched when you're in a trance state. So, and you have to have people there who know what's happening because you're not in control of it.
Although Mark deals with the more entertaining side of seances, there is still more to it than meets the eye.
We will try to cross the ethereal path and to reach the other side. The other world, which I believe is parallel to ours, offers this idea that, well, maybe there's something else. Charles, will you speak through me to the group? He says, Patricia, I forgive you. I think after a seance, people are empowered to maybe accept life more.
The guardian spirit is a concept that has been with mankind since the beginning of time. The Chinese called it the Great Person. The Hindus know it as the chosen God, and the Greek mystics knew it as the luminous self. More recently, the idea of the guardian spirit is known as the silent master.
I can't see how we could manage without a guiding spirit, actually. Yes, each one has them. Whether we listen to them or not, that's another thing.
If you believe that death is the end, the seance could change your mind. Fear of death can be released once we realize that death is merely an ongoing part of our spiritual lives. We cannot bring back the dead. Perhaps a seance, though, opens the possibility of life after death. We could still communicate with them. We just have to go about it in a different way. Sold at most toy stores, the Ouija board might look like a harmless game. But some believe it can have serious implications. Those who have used it as a channel to contact spirits believe in its abilities. But many claim there is danger in allowing spirits with evil intentions to enter. While answers to your questions can be a simple yes or no, there are times when names and dates are spelled out. Maybe it's mind over matter. Maybe it's not.
The first way to look at a dream is literal. Take it seriously. And if you don't understand it, mull it over.
I thought everybody saw spirit and auras. Until later in life, I was told not everybody sees.
At night, when our subconscious mind takes over, a delicate and intricate network of dreams are woven. Their hidden meaning can be revealed, but you must first remember them.
Whether you know it or not, or even if you like it or not, every time you close your eyes, you dream.
As human beings, we dream because that's what nature intended. We cannot not dream. Dogs dream, cats dream, elephants dream, even whales dream. But why do we dream? According to Dr. Arthur Bernard, we dream to wake up to a greater mind. What's the first way to look at a dream?
The first way to look at a dream is literal, in the sense that the dream may say exactly what it's saying and nothing more. So if you have a dream of hitting the lottery and you see the 6 numbers, don't go any further, because fortunes have been made this way.
I asked Dr. Bernard to explain what the most important aspect is when considering one's dream.
Take it seriously. And if you don't understand it, mull it over. But the most important aspect is the feeling you have in the dream. A client of mine had a dream. He was walking down the street. Something tapped him on the shoulder. He turned around, and it was death. Black cloak, black hood, skull, and he woke up terrified. And he hadn't been feeling well, so he went to the doctor, and the doctor said, sure enough, medication I've been giving you is you're having a violent reaction, and it's good you came in. You could have died from this.
People often talk about the power of dreams, how dreams can guide you or help clarify questions or thoughts. But can an individual make their dreams help themselves or heal themselves?
They could try and get healing information. The Greeks had dream temples in which they went there and they spent 2 months and they prepared themselves to have these healing dreams. And these temples lasted for 1,000 years. And we have writings, inscriptions, and people were actually healed in their dreams.
I wondered then if there could be a direct correlation between one's dreams and one's physical body.
Oh, absolutely. There's a close connection. Dreams relate to every aspect of the human body and human behavior and the human emotional system.
Dr. Bernard holds frequent workshops to awaken the healing power in dreams. The workshops focus on group dream interpretation and actualizing the dream. I shared a repetitive dream I'd had since childhood.
That was not. Well, actually, my dream is sort of like the movie The Body Snatchers prior to the movie, and it scares me, so I leave the house and I go to my neighbors. And my neighbors are not really my neighbors, even though they look like it.
After I explained my dream, the other participants took on the dream as if it were their own.
I felt the same as far as
They shared how they felt in my dream.
You will dream again.
The next day, workshop participants return and paint their dreams. Dr. Bernard showed us some of the images other dreamers created.
Well, this is a woman who asked her dreams why she was so lonely. And she had this dream in which she was in a beautiful situation, a cave. As the group worked on the dream, it related to the need of self-love. This was a dream man who had a lot of fear. And of course, he dreams of a lion. And the dream was trying to get him in touch with his, well, what does a lion stand for? King of the jungle! You know, lion stands for courage.
Is it true that people can have psychic dreams?
People can have psychic dreams because at some level in the mind, there's no time. All time is occurring at that moment. When we're sleeping, we're real great psychics. See, the subconscious mind knows more, it sees more. It's like, how do you explain the phenomenon? A woman dreams that her son was killed in Vietnam. He stepped on a landmine and he was killed. 3 days later, she gets a notice from the army that her son was killed in Vietnam. Now, how could the mind see that? Thousands of miles away. The reason is that your mind is not just confined to your brain. It's a giant field. There are clairvoyant dreams and there are telepathic dreams, and we just can see greater distances in dreams. Some people can do it when they're awake. We're just all more psychic when we're sleeping.
So how do you remember your dreams the next morning?
Tell yourself when you go to sleep you're going to remember dreams. And when you wake up, lie still. Don't jump out of bed and, you know, say, what am I going to do today or what's coming up? Just lie there quietly, keep your eyes closed, and say to yourself, what was I dreaming? What was I dreaming? Some people don't remember their dreams because they don't take them seriously. They don't feel they're important. I think women are more closer to the dream world. Women take their internal feelings more seriously.
After we shared our dreams, Dr. Bernard hypnotized us.
Tonight, this wisdom, all-knowing portion of your mind will send you a dream that will help bring the healing that your inner heart desires.
Wherever your subconscious mind takes you tonight, sweet dreams.
Each of us can be considered a Rip Van Winkle, idling away precious hours every night sleeping. Although he went to the extreme, sleeping for 100 years, a 70-year-old person, sleeping an average of 8 hours a night, has spent almost a third of life sleeping. In other words, a grandmother has spent as much time sleeping as her college-age grandchild has lived. Of this time, 7 straight years, day and night, is spent dreaming.
I thought everybody saw spirit and auras. Until later in life, I was told not everybody sees.
While some spirits are at peace, Others return to haunt their previous dwellings. Hauntings can be innocent and brief, but there are those which include ongoing apparitions, noises, and moving objects.
Hollywood has given us our fair share of demons, exorcisms, and hauntings. In real life, however, there are stories that make these movies seem pale in comparison.
Harry Shepard is a dehaunter, or as he likes to call it, a spirit investigator. His everyday life deals with ghosts and spirits.
Well, since I was 5 years old, I've been able to see them. I thought everybody saw spirit and auras until later in life. I was told, Harry, what you and I see, not everybody sees. To me, it's a natural thing. It's natural.
An inborn instinct to fear anything we cannot explain has made us suspicious of any strange phenomena, especially ghosts.
To accept the unknown, to accept something that you can't see, is quite difficult in this culture. All of our culture and all of our social life, we're taught if we can't eat it, kill it, or destroy it, it isn't so.
Harry is of the opinion that ghosts are merely spirits that have not accepted the fact that they had to leave the earthly plane. He also believes ghosts roam most houses or buildings. We just don't know about them because they are quiet.
Only when they become active do people sense this, like doors banging, TVs clanking on and off, changing channels. Then they think, oh my God, it's going to come out of the wall and get me.
There's reassurance in the fact that most spirits are harmless and have no intention to make life difficult for people. In fact, they are often around us for our own well-being.
Well, the spirit is perfectly content on the other side, but he feels he has to stay to nurture and to comfort the one on the living side.
When sudden, inexplicable things occur in houses, Harry and a team of experts are normally called to investigate. The investigation is a team effort.
We usually use a team of people of between 4 and 8. And each one of these has a different specialty. Some can see, some can hear, some can sense.
Everybody in the team is essential to gather any information on the strange phenomena.
Some people can sense the presence of spirit, but not see it. Some people can see it and not sense it. I can walk into a residence and see if there is anybody there or if there isn't anybody there. They can appear any way that they want to. They can appear as the last did in their physical life, or they can appear as a cloud. It's up to the spirit, individual.
It is more than curiosity that moves people to call Harry to investigate any spirit presence in their house.
We tell them who is there and why they're there. Most of the time, they are there, but they behave themselves, the spirits, that is.
Even with the knowledge that spirits are around us and present in our houses, it is only when these spirits become troublesome that a dehaunting becomes necessary. The process to remove these spirits is far easier than we believe.
Well, we ask it to leave. Simple as that. Would you mind leaving? There is no ceremony, there is no ritual that we go through. We simply ask it to leave. And why would the spirit stay where he wasn't wanted anyhow?
One of the most notorious cases of spirit investigation is the John case in Los Angeles. Strange things occurred in and around the house. The only thing left to do was to call a team of spirit investigators. Something completely unexpected happened.
It started out where they were taking Polaroid pictures, and by accident, one of them asked a question. And when the Polaroid picture was developed, there was an answer there.
The phenomena of ghosts leave us with little proof, and sometimes just the idea that it was all a hallucination.
The only physical proof is what they give us, like the pictures with the writing on them. What's the chance that you would get that exact answer with that exact picture at that exact time? Impossible.
Over the years, Harry has built up a collection of voice recordings, those of spirits. At the time of the recording, the investigators wouldn't hear the voices, but when the tape is played back on the recorder, the ghosts' voices are distinct and definite in their answers.
There was a child's grave, and sitting on top of this grave was the spirit form of a child. When we put the tape decks down to him, and he pulled it almost out of our hand, and we get this little whisper, I'm scared.
The critics have found every possible excuse to disprove the existence of spirits.
They can always find skeptics to criticize everything in life, even death.
You would think that Harry's job is horrifying, but in fact he enjoys it. He sees it as his mission in life to prove to people that there's nothing to be frightened about.
We do this work for nothing, as a public service. The more proof we can gather, the better we feel we can serve the public. We do leave them with an idea that, hey, maybe there is something more to life than life.
Harry views the spirit world as a natural part of our lives. He believes that it is the physical part of existence that is merely temporary.
We have all lived many lives, and we'll all live many more. And the reason that we're here is to learn certain lessons, certain goals that we cannot learn on a non-physical reality, such as the spirit dimension.
Ghosts and apparitions have given rise to legends and have created their own place in history. Maybe we can learn to accept ghosts as part of our everyday lives. After all, if we think about it, what are ghosts but the mere shadows of their former selves?
The power of thought and communication transcends our own awareness, in whatever form it chooses to take. I'm Patrick Macnee. Join me next time for more mysteries, magic, and miracles.